Hey everyone, and welcome back for week 18 of building Airkin and Lego. It's pretty exciting that we're almost reaching the week 20 milestone here pretty soon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I do apologize, this video is coming out on a Monday instead of its normally scheduled Fridays. I know I said in last week's update video, which was released on a Saturday, that I said that all the future updates would still be on their normally scheduled Fridays. That is because this past week I was having a lot of computer issues, and it wasn't until Saturday where I got it fixed. And so I was just trying to reorganize my computer, and luckily that's fixed. And so moving forward, the update video should be coming out on a Friday. Again, I do apologize for those of you who were anxiously waiting on Friday for an AirKit update, because I know I was definitely disappointed, but better late than never. And so because of this delay, I actually got more progress done because I had more time to work on it. And so in this week's update, I work a lot more on the landscaping. I'm almost done covering the base plate that has the turret on it with coral. I don't get to finish that yet, but I feel like in next week's update I can have that finished, so that will actually be really exciting. As well as I work a lot more on the Armory. I don't quite finish it in this update, but I make substantial progress on it. Before I forget, definitely stay tuned to the end of this video because I do have some housekeeping I need to go over for the future weeks to come. So without any further delay, let's jump right into this week's update. So I just wanted to cut away from the time lapse for a little bit to show you guys the progress I made on the Armory so far. I did have to stop because I was waiting on 2 more orders. I was having a lot of problems with the Bricklink seller, but luckily I got that sorted, and the order that I made after the fact actually arrived. So I'm now able to continue working on the Armory. But before I do that, I just want to show you guys I did add in more lights. There is going to be one more tan light on top of the red light over here, as well as on the other side as well. But the red lights on the white walls are lit, as well as the lights that are running back there, and also the same on the other side right here. So I'm going to show you guys that at the end of this video, where I turn off the lights in the room and I turn on the lights in the mock, similar to what I did in last week's update video. So I did make quite a lot of progress. It did take me quite a while dissecting the studio file, trying to figure out how the heck I built this thing, but it's coming along very nicely, and I feel like maybe in the next 2 weeks I could probably get this done if I worked hard enough, but I do need to work on other stuff in this mock as well. So what I think I'm going to do is, instead of continuing to work on the Armory, which I will later on in this video, I'm going to clear all this off and then actually see if I could finish the coral landscaping on this base plate. So that way the only coral I have left to do is the border that'll go around the entire mock. I am thinking it would be maybe nice if I could just have like a black border and then have like coral sand or rock work going over the black border. I really like that effect, and I'll go into that more later, but I'm thinking about that, or just having entirely coral border like I was thinking about when I first had that idea many update videos ago. So enough of me rambling, I'm going to go ahead and work on the coral landscaping right now. So I just want to give you guys a quick update on the coral landscaping so far. I'm making great progress. I'm almost done with this base plate. I'm trying to wrap around the turret before I reach this part of the base plate, but I started the corners, as well as I kind of made an incline moving to the edges over here. Soon I'm gonna start wrapping it around the turret, as well as I'm trying to figure out what to do with this corner over here. I know that bag is covering it, but there's this slight angle over here, and there are no angled coral tiles. Like, there's no half sandwich tiles in coral, and there's really no corner tiles except for the circular ones, which I don't think will cover most of the tan plating over there. So what I might have to do is cover up what I can with the circular corner tiles, and then what I'm going to do is, as I said, I'm going to have crates to the front of the Armory. So I'll probably just have crates at the corner here to cover that. I don't think that'll be too big of an issue, so I am kind of upset I can't cover the entire corner with coral pieces, but I think having the crates there shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think it would actually look good having crates at the corner there. I'll have some troops trying to move it to the center, so we'll see how that turns out. So this is all the progress I'm making on the coral landscaping so far, and I think I'm going to take a break and continue working on the armory. So I was waiting on a few more orders to come in, which were taking a very long time. I was having an issue with the bricklink seller. Luckily that got resolved, and I just had to order the parts from another seller, and they just came in as I was working on this coral section over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right back into the armory. So as you can see, I made more progress on the armory as well as a lot of more progress on the landscaping. I surrounded the entire turret with coral, so I'm very happy about that. So all I have left to do is this little section over here, which I don't know how long it'll take me, but I think in next week's update video I can have this complete. So I'm very excited about that. In terms of the armory, I was able to get a lot of lights in as I continue to build upwards. So as you can see, these two translucent red like stripes actually have lights in them, and it's the same on the other side as well. So I can't wait to show you guys what that looks like in the dark. As well as I got the top tan lights in right on top of that trans red light right over there, and also it's the same on the other side. And then in terms of sloping, I continue to build upwards. There are lights in this section over here, and it's also the same on the other side. And I just like looking at all the wiring that's over here. There's going to be a lot of lights in this armory, and I'm not even done adding lights. So there's going to be lights basically on the top of this. There's going to be lights on the top of these tube sections that'll go on the roof. And I'll show you guys that when I actually build it. It is kind of hard to explain it, but when you guys see it after I'm done building it, you'll have a much better understanding. There is going to be one more light on the top of the armory, right on top of where the door will be. So I'm very excited about that. And as you can see, in terms of the slant section right over here, or this curved section, I just decided to add the 1x1 quarter circle coral tiles to line up here, and you can still see the planing underneath. And I got out some crates over here, as well as these Rogue One crates. I am going to have some Rogue One stuff in this mock, because there's a very, I guess, quote-unquote iconic update in the game when Rogue One came out. They basically just added like Rogue One Shore Troopers and Rogue One Rebels that you see on Scarif. But they do have these crates, so I'm going to probably have like these crates just sitting right here to cover up the edge over here. But I'll get into that when I actually start placing down the figures, because they will be handling the crates. Before I forget, I do want to mention I did accidentally bump into the scout tower, and so I do need to put the lights back in because some of the lights slipped out, which is unfortunate. It was definitely a pain to put the lights in it, but I'm gonna save that for a future segment. Mainly I just want to show you guys the lights that have been added to the armory, and this update video may seem short, but due to the computer issues, I've had more time to work on this mock, and I lost track of time to pause and make update clips of my progression. But I am happy that my computer is fixed and I was able to get much more progress done on this mock. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights in the room and close the blinds and turn on the lights in the mock and show you guys the additional lights. So I closed the blinds and turned off the lights in the room, and I turned on the lights in the mock. And sorry about bumping into the scout tower. I'll have that fixed hopefully by next week's update, but if not, then in future weeks. Some of the lights fell out of place, so I'm gonna have to wire them back into position, but I'll do that in another week. I'm not too worried about that. The main focus right now is the additional lights to the armory. And so since I built upwards, I was finally able to have the additional lights over there. I do need to move the tan light closer to the tile, but I can do that in a future update. And then also on the other side, as you can see, it's closer to that tan tile to get more lighting through. and I'm very happy. I really like this aesthetic over here. I'm really happy how I was able to light up the trans red stripes that are on the sides of this door section over here, and it's the same on the other side as well. I had to use the microbit lights to fit underneath the trans red tiles, or excuse me, plates. And so as you can see, that's why there's more expansion boards to accommodate the microbit lights. But I'm super happy with this section over here, how it's all snot, and it may seem like it's kind of loose, which it is, but as I build upwards and connect it to the top, it'll be more stationary. But just to give you guys a quick view of how I did this section, if it'll focus. So here's a good view of how I built this section. I know it's in the dark, but you can kind of see how the lights wire into the trans red plates as well as the lights on the side over here, and it's the same thing mirrored on the other side. And I really like how that turned out, and I really like the lights that shine through here. It may be a bit bright, and you can kind of see that it's for the most part white. It's because I use like 1x1 trans red tiles, and it's hard to place the lights underneath it, so I have to put it behind it. But I kind of really like this effect. I might change the lighting later. And I also really like how this part of the wall lights up because of how strong these lights are over here. So it's actually really cool. And again, it's mirrored on the other side, and I can kind of show you how the lights wire in. I basically use the 1x1 Technic brick with the hole in the middle to squeeze the lights through, and I like how it holds the lights in place pretty well. But again, I'm super happy with the progress I was able to make, and overall I just really love the lighting and that effect it has on the coral landscaping. I think it just looks really nice. So with all that out of the way, this is going to conclude this week's update. So let's go to the closing. So this is going to conclude week 18 of building AirKit and Lego. I'm really happy with the progress I was able to make this week. Because of my computer issues, I was able to get more progress done than I would have otherwise. I'm very happy with the progression of the Armory, and I feel like in the next update or two I could actually get that done, so that'll actually be really exciting. And I just love how whenever I continue to build the Armory, I add more lights to it, and at the end of every update y'all get to see more lights on in the Armory, and it just looks really cool. So I can't wait to finish that in the coming weeks. I am going out of town this weekend and won't be back till the beginning of next week, so that means there won't be an AirKit update video this Friday, but there will be one next Friday. So hopefully I can get a lot of more progress done this week before I leave, and then also before the update video after I come back. Definitely let me know down in the comments what you think of my mock so far. I'm really happy with the progress I was able to make, and I can see myself finishing the Armory, or at least the coral landscaping, in the next update video, so that should actually be really exciting. If not the Armory, then definitely the landscaping, and then the Armory will probably be completed in the following week. After I come back the beginning of next week, I only have about 2 weeks left, and then it's Brick Rodeo, and I definitely want to get this mock done before Brick Rodeo. And also I've decided that the update or the finale video for this series will be uploaded after Brick Rodeo. I do want to make the video the best it can be, and so I think saving it till after Brick Rodeo means I can have a lot more time to be creative with the video. So with all that out of the way, I know I've been talking a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what I do, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell icon so you won't miss out on any future videos, and I'll see y'all in the next video.